I think if you're going to use AI to create art and to create videos, like that's how you do it.
Most people, I think, are going to use AI chatbots versus like a Google search.
Every YouTuber is like terrified of this happening to their channel, happened to his channel.
Welcome back to another episode of Creators Uncut. And not only is it another episode, but this is actually the last episode of the year. So glad you could join us for one more episode before the new year. I think when you guys are seeing this, it'll actually be after Christmas. So hope you had a good Christmas. Today, I am joined with Julie, my wife, who is also the producer of the show. Julie, hi.
Hi. Good to be back.
It's I don't know what to say because I see you every day
Yeah.
and we work together, but I guess our audience doesn't see you very much. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm behind the scenes and now I'm not. So cool.
yeah. So for this episode, we just wanted to, kind of do like a year recap. Go over some statistics because I think statistics are interesting, our analytics for our channel, and then
Mhm.
also some of our favorite moments from some of our episodes. So let's, I guess, dive right into the statistics. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this statistics is our episode with Billy Mandarino. He talked a lot about living in the now or like the present moment. And I think a lot of YouTubers focus too much on comparing themselves to like bigger YouTubers. And so while our numbers may not be big, I think they're good for us for our first year. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling good about how we've done. And I think quality wise too, like we've kind of found our rhythm in the last couple months. I feel
mhm.
like everybody's first, I can't remember who said that, but it was like your first 10 videos are going to suck. So just get them out there and then you can start being good from there. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's been super true for us. So whether it's editing or Spencer becoming a better host or finding guests that are going to resonate even more, it's been good.
Yeah, so let's start off with our views. So for our total views for the year, we had 1,429. We had 123 watch hours and we gained 44 subscribers. And like I said, those are, in comparison to other YouTubers, very small. But I think for us,
Yeah.
for a podcast only channel and with zero, you know, money put into it, I feel like that's pretty good.
Time is money, Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our best
That doesn't
episode,
include though the podcast numbers too, because we're on YouTube, but we're also on all the other podcast platforms. So
that's true.
we're even more than that. But because I think we focus on YouTube, it's interesting to know the YouTube stats, and then who knows
Yeah.
with all the podcast platforms. There's so many of them and they all track differently and it's hard to
Yeah.
aggregate everything. So that's something I
Yeah.
wish. Oh, YouTube is so nice with their analytics versus podcasts. It's like you've got a nice dashboard that gives you all of these insights. Whereas like podcasting, it's like, here's this platform, here's this platform, here's this platform. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for clarifying that. We do have more
Yeah.
listens.
So if you want to listen to us in the car, Spotify, Apple, any of the other random ones, but
But then you
we're there
can't see
too.
all my awkward expressions.
That's true. Spencer's got some good awkward expressions. I mean,
Yep.
sometimes our guests do too, but
But
sometimes
we
I
won't
don't
say
know.
that
It's
to
nice to
them.
see. It's nice to see faces sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Anyways, our best episode was our guest Mike from Projects for All. His episode got 213 views. And I
mm,
think the reason his did the best is he shared it on his YouTube channel, which is super, super nice of him to do
yeah,
that.
most of our guests don't do that. Just because I don't know. I guess it doesn't always fit, with the content that they
Mhm.
do to be like, "Oh, and then by the way, I was on this podcast episode talking about YouTube strategies." Like, not, their audience might not care about that. So,
Yeah,
but it
I
was super
think
nice of Mike to do that.
yeah, I think personally, I think the community tab, like where people post like
Mhm.
pictures or text, I think that is underutilized by a lot of YouTubers, and I feel like, you
Yeah.
know, even if it is something different, like it is them. So I don't know. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
some thoughts. But our second best episode was Dennis Meter from the Legal
Mhm.
Podcast Network, and his had 117 views.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
think
his
his
was really good.
episode, yeah, I think just the content was really good. Um,
Mhm. We
and
got a
so
bunch of really good shorts from his of,
mhm.
like, he was very, like, "Let me smack you in the face with this crazy thing that you need to do," and it's very much like, "Yeah, I need to do
Very
that too."
assertive.
Very assertive, very empowering, be like, "Do this and you'll be successful," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So, yeah, his was fun. I liked his a lot.
Yeah, so hopefully that was interesting to you guys. I find
Mhm.
statistics interesting.
Yeah, and hopefully next year we'll get even bigger. 10x, Spencer. I'm saying it
Yeah,
now, sending it into the universe. We're gonna
that's another
10x our
thing. I feel
numbers.
like comparing yourself to other YouTubers is not good, but comparing yourself to your previous self,
Yeah,
that I think is good because you can see how much you've grown.
yeah. So
So
future Spencer and Julie, we hope you're doing good.
yes. So let's dive into some of our favorite moments. We're gonna do three each, and these are just ones that we picked out ourselves. I'll go ahead and start. One of the ones that I really liked was from our episode with Rawan's reviews. He told a story about how his best performing video, he was, I think, with family on a holiday or
He was
something.
like traveling and something timely happened. So he was like, I have to make a video about this right now.
Yeah, he does tech product reviews. And so he's like, I need to
Hmm.
do this. But he didn't have his usual gear like in his studio that he normally shoots in.
Hmm.
And so he quickly, like with what he had, made a video, and it ended up being like his top performing video, which I think was a good story, not only because it's a good lesson, but it's relatable. I feel like, you
Hmm.
know,
It's like, why is
sometimes,
this one out of everything doing the
yeah,
best? Yeah.
yeah, have good content and do your best with the gear you have, and I think you'll be good.
All right, I guess I'll go next. So our first episode with a guest, we had Rob and Sarah on from the Tool Show, and we've been working with Rob and Sarah the longest out of any of our clients. Like, they're the reason we exist as a company today, and like
Yeah,
Spencer was able to just be a video editor. Like, we talk to them all the time, and they're awesome, and we meet with them and hear little tidbits, but it was fun to like hear like sequentially, like, here's our story, here's how we got to where we are. I think because
yeah,
we have, seen them grow since we've been working with them, and I don't know, seeing the rest of that story was really fun. So, yeah, I
yeah,
think, and I think we've been pretty good about getting most of our clients on the show, but this next year I want to make sure we get all of our clients that we work with on the show. Just because it's fun to hear. It's a good way to connect with our clients too, and be like, tell us more. It's a way for us to be nosy while being like official and stuff. Like, we want to hear all the details, but also I don't want to just, in a meeting be like, so tell me everything.
yeah, yeah. We don't
I feel
always have
like,
time to hear the
yeah.
whole story.
And I feel
So,
like the podcast is a good excuse to talk to people. So I want to do more of
mhm,
that this year and just like reach out to people. Like, hey, I know you're huge and you probably don't care, but want to be
yeah,
on my podcast. Like, I want to shoot for the moon this year.
yeah,
Um, yeah. And I want to get Tool Show back on to talk about some exciting new projects they have coming. I feel like they've got an
yeah,
interesting twist coming that is unique and cool. So maybe
Yeah.
we'll see them again this next year.
That would be very exciting, and I would
Yeah.
love to have them on again. The nice thing about having clients on is, like, I already know them, so I feel like I'm more comfortable as a host,
Yeah.
so it's easier to talk to, but yeah, that was a good episode.
Mhm.
Speaking of clients, another person we helped edit videos for is Mike from Projects for All.
Mhm.
His episode was, like I said earlier, the best this year, and I think one of the reasons it did so well is because of the thumbnail and title about how YouTube is a sacrifice.
Mhm.
And I just really liked how Mike was very realistic about
Mhm.
doing YouTube. He has a full-time job, which is like 60 hours a week or something, and he
Yeah.
does YouTube on top of it.
And he
And
has a
so,
family and why like, he was
yeah,
explaining everything he does in a week, and I was like, "Holy crap, like, you're a busy
yeah.
guy, and you're doing this podcast for us." I, like, almost felt bad. I was like, "Oh my gosh." But, yeah, he's putting in the work, he's seeing big results, which is, like, so fun to have watched and, helped him with some of his videos too. It was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was just, you know, good to see the behind the scenes because a lot of people don't see the hard work that YouTubers
Mhm.
put in, especially people like Mike, where they have a full-time job and are doing YouTube on the side.
Yeah.
So that was one of my favorite highlights.
I feel like it's been like 50-50 with our guests being full-time YouTubers versus like full-time
Hmm.
YouTubers and full-time 9 to 5ers, and like it's interesting to see both sides cuz not that one way is right or wrong, but it just is different for every person.
Hmm.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I loved that one. My second one, um, was actually from an episode. If you look at I was looking at the analytics for this one, and it was super interesting because it didn't have a ton of views, but the percentage watch time number was so high. So his episode, if you haven't listened to it, I think is like a diamond in the rough episode. But TJ's episode, he talked a lot about SEO
Mm.
and AI, and I used to work for a marketing agency before I went full time here. And like I knew about SEO and keywords and ranking and website and heading and all that stuff. But like to hear him explain it in a new way and then also integrate it into SEO of like, here's how you rank in or AI, here's how you rank in the AI world kind of blew my
Hmm.
mind. Like my brain hurt after that episode. Like I was taking notes. It was so good. So,
Yeah, there was a water hose of information, but
yeah.
I think TJ talked about this well, but there's going to be a shift, I think, with,
Mhm.
SEO and AI, because most people, I
Yeah.
think, are going to use AI chatbots versus like a Google search.
Yeah.
And so you'll need to rank differently. And as
Mhm.
YouTubers, like if you want your videos to pop up, yeah, I would just definitely recommend watching that episode. It was very
Yeah.
insightful.
Yeah. It'll make you think. It'll make you question everything you knew about ranking on YouTube. And yeah, it was cool. It made me think like what's next too on YouTube because I feel like YouTube hasn't integrated AI maybe as much as some other
Well, it
platforms.
has, but not in good ways.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like the I don't know if you've heard of this, but the AI that reviews channels to make sure that they're following guidelines
Oh, yeah,
has
not like
made a lot
that.
of mistakes. And I think
Yeah,
when you create a short, you can like generate videos in shorts, maybe. I'm not sure.
mhm.
But
I'm thinking though, like, AI search integration into YouTube.
yeah,
Like, they haven't done that yet, and that, like Google is starting to do that. It's like, do you wanna use Google AI or do you wanna use Google? And I wonder, when is it gonna be like, do you wanna use YouTube AI search or do you wanna use YouTube search?
that's true. That
So,
would be interesting.
yeah. So long story short, TJ's episode. If you want your mind to be blown about AI and SEO, definitely watch that one.
Yeah. Speaking of AI, my next favorite thing is also about AI, but we had Professor Shadow on the show,
Oh,
and
yeah, his
his
was
channel
so cool.
was super interesting. But if just a quick premise, his entire channel is AI video.
Mhm,
So he creates these characters and stories using AI and then generates them with AI video. And
mhm.
he has like a community that helps him come up with story ideas. And it
Yeah.
was just super fascinating to see an entire channel
Mhm.
completely AI. I think that's something that works for him because it's completely AI. I don't think everyone should go completely AI because then that could cause other problems. But for him, I thought it was fascinating.
Yeah, and I think, like, it's not what you think when you're like, "Generate me a video to put on my YouTube channel." Like, that's not what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's created this whole web of different characters and worlds
like a
and
multiverse.
scenes, like a multiverse. I think he called it the Shadowverse.
Yeah,
Like, insane detail that he's programmed these AIs to, like, know these characters, know what they look like, know what they talk like. Um, so he can generate very specific moments based on the story that he's developed, um, which is I think if you're going to use AI to create art and to create videos, like that's how you do it. Like if you were to
mhm,
spend time animating all of these people, or like it would be a huge cost, huge time, but he still wants to get these stories out there. Like I think it's a good way for, like, he's using his skills as a storyteller and as a writer and as a creator, and then using this really as a tool to help get his media out there. Unique
yeah,
take on,
yeah,
AI
super
is taking
interesting.
over art, AI is taking over animation.
Yeah,
It's like it's a different way to think about it, of like when someone's got a great idea but doesn't have the budget to animate or the skills to animate all of this, then it unlocks, it's like a new tool in their toolbox.
yeah. I think he said that exactly.
Yeah,
It's like a new
yeah.
tool in his toolbox. So yeah, even
Mhm.
though it wasn't one of our top episodes, it still did really good, and
Yeah.
definitely recommend checking it out.
His has kinda, like, steadily climbed up there too. Like, I think
Hmm.
his is one that, like, when I tell people about our podcast, I'd be like, "Listen to listen to these 3," and I feel like his is always gonna be in those 3 because it's just so interesting. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, his was cool. My last one was, it was a while ago. I think it was in the summer or late
Hmm.
spring that we did this episode, but David Sidoni, he's from How to Buy a Home. He talked about some crazy things.
Yeah.
And
I loved his
basically,
thumbnail.
yeah, his thumbnail was insane. It turned out so fun. Um, but he talked about how someone got into his YouTube channel and hacked it and like replaced all of his content with like Elon Musk content. It's like, nightmare horror stories that every YouTuber is like terrified of this happening to their channel, happened to his channel. Um,
Mhm.
and it was just interesting to hear how he navigated that and figured everything out, and how his audience reacted to that. Like, think
Yeah.
about your favorite YouTuber one day waking up and all of their videos on their channel have been replaced with something else. And it's like, where did they go? It's just, yeah, that was really interesting to me. And yeah, he
I
was he
I
was
think
super funny too. Like he explained it in a really, I think, comedic way, which was fun, even though it was probably
mhm.
like such a stressful situation.
Yeah, I think what was interesting for me is, like, if I was a hacker, why would I do that? Like, the effort it would take to
Yeah.
just, like, put out Elon Musk content, like, that's
I
what
know.
it was
On this
confusing to me, but
one like, he's got a pretty good following, but, like, when you think of
yeah,
all the things you could hack, I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, it was
Just
interesting,
weird.
but
It
it was a
was
good episode.
wild. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
thought his was fun. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
So
it though on
yeah,
our
lots
favorite
of good
moments.
moments.
Mhm.
there's definitely a lot more good moments, so make sure to check
Yeah.
out all of our episodes that you missed. And yeah, next year we should have some new episodes
Mhm.
and maybe some changes.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about, like, what things we wanna keep, what things we wanna toss, and I think it'll be, like, similar format because I know that's been
Yeah,
really fun,
we're
but
not gonna change it too much.
yeah, maybe a new background?
Yeah,
Hint,
you guys
hint.
don't see this wall in front of me, but
It's
might flip things
cooler
around.
than yeah, we're
Yeah,
we're decorating. So
yeah,
that'll be fun. I think the main thing is more stories next year. Like we
yeah, at
want
least content-wise.
yeah. Yeah, we wanna hear when did you run into a subscriber at the mall and they freaked out and passed out and you had to call the ambulance to because they hit their head on the marble floor,
Oh,
like things like that. Um,
maybe not
and
that
I think it'll
graphic,
lead to
but
advice too. Yeah, maybe not that graphic, but it'll lead to advice of like, okay, how do you talk to subscribers in real life? How do you make sure that you're representing yourself well? I think both online and in person, like things like that. I
mhm,
think I think advice a lot of the time comes from stories. So maybe instead of like directly being like, "What is your advice about this situation?" We're going to have them dive into that more and then
yeah,
the advice
yeah,
will just come.
I agree. I think the advice is good, and we asked a lot of the same questions to all of our guests this year,
Mhm.
and we noticed that a lot of the answers were the same, and so,
Yeah.
we kinda get that, and so we kinda wanna move on. We'd love new advice, and as things grow and evolve, like, we'll
Mhm.
have to get new advice anyways, but yeah,
Yeah.
definitely more stories and, interesting things that happen to YouTubers, so
Yep. So tune in. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be cool.
yeah,
Spencer's going to be
2026.
just as awkward, so you won't miss that.
Yep, I will be. So,
um,
hopefully I'll get better too,
no,
but
yeah,
we'll see.
you've gotten so much better throughout the year too. So I think
Yeah,
podcast hosting just is takes practice.
and maybe we'll have Julie on an episode more often.
Maybe. Who knows? If we get some guests that I'm a mega fan of, then I might just have to insert myself into the conversation.
Have a
So
three-way call.
yeah, be like, "Hi, I'm your biggest fan." So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's I guess another highlight. Our episode with Miranda, I fangirled a little bit because I had watched her for years and years, and she emailed me back, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you emailed me back!" She's like, I emailed all the people I watch regularly, and she's the only one who emailed me back, and it like went through to an episode.
Yeah,
So, shout out to Miranda for making our dreams come true. So
yeah.
it was fun.
Well, Julie, thanks for, joining me this episode. It was good to
Thanks for
recap the
having
year.
me.
Yeah, and, thanks to our listeners and watchers for checking out this episode. If you need help with creating videos, make sure to check us out at creatorluxe.com. Like and subscribe for more content, and we will see you next year.